to know the legacy, the heritage of the university. I think we do not have an official documentary representing the history and the legacy of the university. And so today, you have that opportunity to watch and also have that opportunity to engage the Vice Chancellor. We'll create reservation for people who would have questions. And I believe that we'll have our Vice Chancellor here to also respond to those questions to that effect. My name is Frederick Brooks, and I'm the head of Political Affairs Radio Invest. I'll be doing this with
Nana Grant. Thank you for doing this with me, Brooks. He's my colleague and a good friend of mine as well at Radio Universe. And it's a pleasure this afternoon to, stand here and engage all of you. It's a day that I'm sure a lot of us are looking forward to. A rare opportunity, actually, for students of any tertiary institution to have this platform of interacting with their Vice Chancellor on a one-on-one basis. And of course, please, let's put our hands together for the SRC for putting this together.
There again, I'm not going to, I mean, students would have a lot of experience to share. When you came to level 100, what do you remember?
I don't like going down the level 100 in memory lane because how many non-resident students are here? Any non-resident students? Yeah, that was your level 100 experience. It's not the best. I mean, there are some interesting and exciting moments,
right,
but it is not as fun. And correct me, resident students, it is not as fun as those who have residence on campus. So my level 100 was quite, a rough ride for me.
How was the struggle getting up in the location and all that? You don't want to share?
That's an interesting name you want to take.
You once left at JQB.
Pardon?
You once left at JQB.
Well, the BAM library, 247. How many of you make use of the 247 room? Yes. I'm not sure this is safe to say.
The dean of students is here.
There were a few times that, in the name of studying 247, I did spend some nights over there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's one of those days. But
right,
of course, a lot of people have interesting and exciting UG experience to share. I'm sure that most of our alumni and our dignitaries here this afternoon have a lot of those experiences to share. We're looking forward to that. And what are you looking forward to, Brooks?
Well, I am quite excited, not quite excited, extremely excited. Because to have a program like this where you have the registrar, the dean of students, the relevant officers, the vice chancellor coming in and all that, I think it's a rare experience. So I look forward, I anticipate an aura that I cannot describe.
Interesting one, and I'm curious, you as well, what are your expectations for this afternoon's, engagement with the Vice Chancellor? Maybe someone can assist us with a microphone, or if you can shout, you can just put your hands and let us, point you out. Tell us what you are expecting this afternoon with this engagement. Anyone?
It's either you come to us or we come to you.
I think we can go to them.
Right.
If if the mountain will not move, see, oh, yeah, come on, you're supposed to assist me in that regard.
I didn't really take my Bible classes very seriously. Right. I think I have a gentleman here. I've seen his flyers around.
Okay, then I'll also use this particular route.
Right. How are you doing?
My ladies.
What's your name?
My name is Edward Omusubuati.
So how do you describe your experience in UG so far?
It's been exciting so far. The 100, I think for 3 weeks I was also non-resident, so I can share with the sentiments of Nana Grant. Because you have to wake up, you have to always make sure you're meeting your schedules. I had 9:30 classes at NMB, so you have to leave home. You can't predict Accra traffic, so you have to leave home 7 and get here then. But finally I got residents on campus and it's been nice. The whole week celebrations that we don't have much of nowadays, but level 100, I remember Jane Nelson, I remember Elizabeth C, and I also remember Penton week before COVID came in. So my 3 years stay on campus has been very interesting.
Thank you very much. Abna, there is this beautiful lady.
Yes, and I'm sure she has a lot to share with
Right.
us as well. Hi. Your name and which level? Samantha, share with us your UG experience. What's the most memorable, exciting, educative moments that you have had in the University of Ghana?
Life in University of Ghana has been fun, but when it gets to the IE and exam time, stressful. And now that we don't have the whole weeks the SRC celebrations. School is not really fun. It's all learning, but how we do?
Right.
So she says, how we go do am? Brooks, how we go do am?
Yes, how we go do am? Now, so we go do am. Right, we have a gentleman here. Your name, sir?
Muhaisi.
Are you shocked I picked you? Your experience so far?
Well, my experience so far has been exciting, and I think I look forward to more interesting days in the University of Ghana.
That's all.
That's all I have.
Abna, is there
Yes.
any other lady?
There's
there?
another gentleman who would like to share his UG experience. Your name and your level.
Level 300. Maybe here I've been so very good of it. The experience too, I've been going through them.
Can we hear him? Not too well.
Oh, I've had a very good experience being on campus. It has really helped me a lot.
Well, we have another one here. I think there's such a path to be a student politician as captain, maybe some slide spectacle, then some snippets and all that. So we have here, what's your name, sir?
I'm Muresel Ibn Ibrahim. I'm also a non-resident, currently level 100.
Non-resident by decision or by circumstances?
By circumstances beyond my control. Since I had the opportunity, the Vice Chancellor is in our midst, I want to state this. When it's getting to exams like last semester, you'll have to struggle between missing your meal at home and sitting in to cover what you're supposed to cover before going to sit in an exams. So you have to take this tough decision. And at times, even moving, you look at the fare, the charges, looking at the current situation in Ghana, the economy, the kind of money.
Hey, officer! Fellow Ghanaians.
Today be today. He has to say everything.
I'm telling you. So you can then.
Yeah, you look at the amount of money you spend in transportation, coming to campus and going back. So I want to, on behalf of many of us here, to implore to the administration to, as much as possible, do anything within their reach to try to salvage or do something to keep this menace on campus.
You can do it better for him. You can do it better for him. Abena.
Yes.
Right.
A very handsome gentleman is joining
Abena,
us.
I'm jealous.
Relax, Brooks. You're in a comfortable lead.
Oh.
Alright, so your name and your level.
I'm Prince Gideon and I'm level 300.
Share with me your UG experience. What has been the most fun, exciting moment for you as a University of Ghana student?
Alright, to be honest, it has been a hell of a roller coaster with the ups and downs of the university life and all of that. But the friends and family I made has made it quite interesting. Sometimes it gets to become down like I mean, sometimes our departments and all of that and other stressful stuff. But when you have the friends that will always be with you and all of that, it has made it very fun. As I'm standing here, how do you call it? We just went to write time, but we are here to, how do you call it, have an experience with the VC and also get to learn something.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to learning from the Vice Chancellor?
Alright, so I think in the process I'll get to learn how she became who she is now, the processes she went through and how she never gave up. I'm thinking at the end of the day, I expect to be motivated and be inspired so that at the end of the day,
You can also be a Vice Chancellor.
Right,
He is looking forward to be inspired and motivated. Brooks, the folks at your end, what are they looking forward to?
I have in front of me some beard gang gentleman in spectacle. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
With the same preamble, I'm fine. With the same preamble, what's your experience?
Okay, I'm currently in level 100, and then when we were applying for the whole it was quite, because my sister was in level UG and he was in demand, so quite some time I've been coming over, so I wanted to be in demand. So the day before we applied for the whole, I
made a bundle, 5 gig. When I wake up, around 12, I didn't sleep again. So I stayed awake until I got home. And when I came to school, COVID and stuff, so we, unfortunately, we haven't been able to experience the whole week and that stuff, but all have been academic. So we are looking forward to also enjoy the school.
We can do it better for him. Is there any reason why a lot of people prefer Hilaliman, Hall? I can say, well, my mom, the Dean of Students, Professor Rosina Chamanting, is a former Hall tutor there, and she made the aura of the place actually change into a blissful environment.
Maybe
we can do it better for the Dean of Students. Right.
Maybe it's time we ask
Maybe we
the
should ask.
students which of the halls they find most exciting to reside in. Because now with the modular system and the shift system, quite a number of students have had experiences in different halls. So maybe you want to share with us which of the halls you have enjoyed the most.
Let's dissect the school in terms of the residential accommodation into two. So diaspora and the traditional halls.
There's a northern hostel as well, don't forget.
We are to
University of Ghana's SRC, Prince Asumedu will join us here to let us know the reason for our gathering here this afternoon. Please, a round of applause for Prince Asumedu.
The chairperson for the event and Inspector General of Schools, Dr. Hega Hildan Pedu, Vice Chancellor Professor Nanaba Apiamfu, the Honorable Deputy Minister for Education, Honorable Gifty Chuma Pofo, the Registrar Mrs. Emilia James, the Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Gordon Awandari, Pro Vice Chancellor Orid, Professor Felix Asante, Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Rosina Chamanting, Deans, Provost, Directors, friends from the media, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. When I was elected as President of the Student Representative Council, I made a promise to unite a fold of over 40,000 students for the purpose of a unified front for positive impact in student leadership, but also to draw us closer to the management of the university to achieve our holistic goals as a university. Today, we are witnesses of this dream playing live in reality with series of engagements and students and leadership. While the climax of it all is this historical occasion with the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana. To leave a legacy, we have put together a documentary which highlights the rich history of the University of Ghana from popular past events through to Vice Chancellors who have served this great institution, and of course, expressing the vision of our fantastic Vice Chancellor, Professor Nanaba Apiamfu. This is revolutionary and will set the pace for other legacy projects from subsequent SRC administrations to come. Concluding, I admonish all of us to pay rapt attention and ensure we have relevant questions and suggestions for the VC as intelligent students as we are, and also ensure we comport ourselves for a successful event. The echoes of the anthem of this great university is a constant reminder to live up to the values and principles we hold dear to drum. We hold dear and to drum it one more time. Shall we all please rise up for the anthem of the university to play? Ghana SRC. Thank you.
The top of the president, a solid president to that effect. Right, we have gotten to the point where you get to acknowledge, or we get to acknowledge the presence of some important dignitaries in our midst. And I'm very glad that it's actually women-dominated list. So we are going to take it from here. We have Honorable Gifty Chu Ampofo, Deputy Minister of Education.
I'm not convinced with this applause of yours. Please, the Deputy Minister of Education is in our midst.
I mean, we can do it better because women do it better. We also have here Dr. Hega Hilda Ampedo, Inspector General of Schools, Chairperson. My mother, Mrs. Emilia A.J. Manson, Registrar of the University of Ghana. Then we have my very, very good mother, Professor Rosina Tremartin, the Dean of Students. I think I should add this, the first female Dean of Students. We can do it better.
How many mothers do you have at this point?
One is adopted, one is biological. Right. Then, this one is very, 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 very good mother. Professor Nana Abba Apia Ampo, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana. And the very first female woman, mother, Vice Chancellor of the University. We can do it better. So let me share this experience. Maybe it's quite profound. When I was young and I always stay, I'm still young. But when I was a kid and I wanted to come to the University of Ghana, when I look at the Hall of Fame of the Vice Chancellor, or the Hall of Fame of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, I always thought that one of the prerequisites to be the Vice Chancellor is to be a man. But today, Abena, you stand a greater chance of being a Vice Chancellor more than me because of the Vice Chancellor. Let's do it better for me.
Well, for every great occasion, there is a need for a captain to ensure that everything runs successfully. For the ship to land, we need a captain. And for today's event, the SRC Day with the Vice Chancellor, our captain, our chair for this event is none other than the Inspector General of Schools, Dr. Hega Hilda Ampedu. Please, let's acknowledge the chair. Thank you so much for joining us. At this point, we would love to hear from you, Dr. Ampedu. Please, a round of applause as we all come here upstage.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Before I start in following with what has been going on, I'll share a story. I think a little over a year ago, I was representing the Ministry of Education in an interaction here. And Prof. Vice Chancellor was then the Pro Vice Chancellor. And we were having an interaction here. And I made an observation, and Prof responded. And then later I found I learned a lesson in humility that day. Because I also learned the power of half a story, of not having a full picture. And from that day I became an admirer. So I was very proud of her when I heard that she's not a Vice Chancellor. And I thought she wouldn't remember me. So I had made up my mind that when she comes, I'm going to introduce myself again, that now I'm a good girl, so that we can be on good terms. And as soon as she walks in, I said, hello, Prof. She said, Hilda. I said, oh, Prof, you remember me? It's right in this room. So, Prof, I'm back. Thank you very much. So, I like people who remember situations and occasions. This is how you build memories. So, thank you very much. I'm happy to be back here. And on behalf of the SRC. So, the Deputy Minister of Education, my own mother, since we're going with mothers, my mother is the Deputy Minister, my boss, Honorable Gifty Chum Ampofu, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Nana Aba Apia Amfo, University senior management officials, elected student leaders and representatives, cherished students, ladies and gentlemen. To chair today's VC Day with the SRC is not only a great honor, but also a privilege to be part of a nation-impacting deliberation. The points of agreement and resolutions reached will have great implications for Ghana's future. As a higher education torchbearer, Legon demonstrates how a contextually relevant education translates ultimately into desirable development outcomes. The 75th anniversary celebration of the University of Ghana has been shouted from the Legon Hill for very good reasons. Obviously, Legon reminds us about our most important liberation, which consists in the independence of the mind. Once upon a time in the Gold Coast, a man advocated non-stop for a university that is responsive to our peculiar needs. 18 years after his demise, the University of Ghana was built in 1948. That man was Kingsley Hayford, and he would have rejoiced to see this day 75 years down the line. Legon's fire of excellence is still glowing. For example, the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research was literally Ghana's only hope during the COVID-19 pandemic. Noguchi received international applause for its ability to make do with scarce resources while maintaining the highest standards and accuracy in COVID-19 testing. This was one of the clearest proofs of Yewa Sioye and a stark reminder about Legon's ingenuity and potential as a world changer. Legon's journey to a world-class destination did not begin today. Neither did it happen by chance. It has been years of thorough planning, strategizing, implementing, and re-strategizing. This singular vision of attaining world-class status has spanned the tenure of many distinguished vice-chancellors and administrators. The work has been tedious, but it has been worth every sacrifice. Today's meeting offers students the opportunity to ask questions, criticize, make suggestions, and above all, fraternize with the eminent Vice-Chancellor and her team.
Hello and good afternoon to you all. This is quite a surprise. I didn't know that I was going to be called upon to speak. Anyway, it's good to be here and good to see that so many of you are here. And what do I say? I hope you are enjoying your time as students of the University of Ghana. In support of the Vice Chancellor and her mission and her vision for the university, we are supporting her to do all that we can to make your stay here as fruitful as possible, as enjoyable as possible, while still making sure that you hit your books and you remember why, the main reason why you are here as students of the university. I'm sure the Vice Chancellor herself will talk about the various initiatives which I'm sure you've heard about, which we are putting in place to make your experience as students here at the University of Ghana as good as possible. And basically for us it's an investment, because happy students translate into happy alumni. And we want you to be happy alumni, to look back fondly on your days here as students of the University of Ghana, and basically be the best marketers for us. To say, hey, that's for University of Ghana, when you come here, the things that you get, the way the officials, management and so on will treat you like eggs, that kind of thing. And that's the best possible advert that we could have, that would attract other people, both locally and from outside the country, to want to be students of the University of Ghana. So just to say, we look forward to a pleasant evening and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Please, more round of applause for Leah. Just brace yourself. There's going to be a lot of clapping. So let's start rehearsing. Please, a round of applause. Well, at this point, we're going to hear from our keynote speaker. And this woman in question is an accomplished politician, an astute leader, an educationist with over 20 years teaching and school management expertise, an achiever with a proven track record of successfully transforming ordinary teams into world-class teams, and an innovator who is not afraid to take initiatives. She's a selfless and a unifying individual who has voluntarily served her community and countries in different capacities. Now, she holds an MBA in Strategic Management and Consultancy from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and a BSc Honors in Biology from the University of Cape Coast. She is a professional teacher with a diploma in education from the University of Cape Coast. She tutored at Sunyane Senior High School from 1997 to 2000 and moved on to Akosombo International School from 2000 to 2016. She taught biology and integrated science. Now, she has served and continues to serve on various committees, boards, and associations. And this includes, and not restricted to, she's been a board member of the National Commission on Culture. She still continues to serve, member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Trade, Industry, and Tourism. In fact, if you give me the whole day, I can go on and on and on about this woman's accolades. But please, with a standing ovation, let's welcome our keynote speaker for today. It's none other than the Honorable Deputy Education Minister, Gifted Chuma Ampadu.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. Given an opportunity to interact with an educational institution, and know interacting with the whole generation, and we continue to interact with them. As you said before I got into politics, my hobby and play is always dealing with young people and trying to help in nurturing them. So once invited here, I told the SRC, you give me one of my hobbies to do. Thank you. Dr. Hilda Pedu, the chairperson. Hilda is my friend. So I'm not her boss, I'm her friend. The Vice Chancellor, a sister and loved one. And whenever I get to the University of Ghana, I tell female students, what else can the nation do to let you know that the sky is just starting bright? Because the leadership of the University of Ghana, that's the premier university. Even though last Wednesday I told VC that people think I'm a Lebanite. And she said, so just pick a program, you could even be certificates, then you become a Lebanite. Everyone didn't get a chance to attend and go, it is a premier university. You may take it or leave it, but it is. So if the premier university could give us quality female leadership, maximum respect, I salute all of you. Then, females in the country, you don't have any excuse to settle for the less. Despite your background, your parents, what, if you want to look up to any other group of individuals, look at the leadership of the University of Ghana. The presidents and the members of the SRC, our friend from the media, want to get to the academia and you want to go through protocols, we don't take care, you see provost, we say them provides. So, maximum respect, all other protocols observed. I am particularly delighted to be part of this program and to be given the keynote. Princess Umegu, the President, I say, Prince, thank you very much for the opportunity. As an educationist, I'm always excited and eager to engage younger people, especially student leaders such as yourself. Full of passion, drive, high energy level for a lot of adventure, determination to make an impact, not only on your contemporaries, but also on the nation at large. And I wish to commend you for turning up as advocates in matters related to students' welfare in particular. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 75 years and counting for the University of Ghana as a world-class institution, and I stress here, world-class. We're in Ghana, and you say world-class. How do you get to the world? World-class institution determined to continue being the premier institutions, not only in Ghana, but in Africa, is no small achievement. We continue to be proud of the tremendous impact the university and its products have on the national.
Asedan Kenyan coupon. Tete Papa Monyamia or Botete. A Jacob to Benchimbo. Gadawa Seno Bambo. A Condolian now, Mashiro. A Shampoo Mashiro. And you know my name, your mamma in our pub. Yedi Kano, a sipim Cassie, and yet you're so new. 75 years. Sakeni Panko for retirement. As for Faina, near Punto. Mamoyina Papa, I can't carry a vice chancellor. Nana Ba, Apia, Professor Rosina, Chairman, Orion Emilia, Ede Manson, Professor Felix. Deputy Minister, Mame, Emma Papa, and they are Ponda, and they are Jeda, and then I had Cassia. If we say University of Ghana, Student Representative Council. And you made a yes one and so the shamas to your point. At some point, I'm a real self and then I say and come. And so the American said, to your point, it will run. A child, I'm a fool. the SRC first. Penny, Princess Madu, and any penny for and a day. Omoneda Lufway, I bet you change come on. Now, when I can't want to win, Professor Nanaba, appear and phone. Oh, Baba, see, I was not Pramano. Oh, you know, yes, I'm to one name. I could go for free. I come and share this. Stay was the child, so that nobody anything. Mommy, a burning dread about Picasso, and only dread about Picasso.
Wow. We can play better, please. We can play better.